Hi guys, this time on Deep Junk, it's 67 Pontiac Firebird, keeping up with the Pontiac theme. Last week we did our 69 GTO, and upcoming we have a 64 Pontiac Grand Prix for the Three Blind Mice Invitational. So keeping up with the Pontiacs, we've got a Firebird. This one has the LS engine in it, the LS motor, and all its chrome glory. I don't have a particular like color and wheels nailed down for this one yet. I just know the theme I'd like to have on it, which is street, like a street racer. So we're gonna get it over to the bench and get it taken apart and see what we've got. Hang on. Alrighty, guys. Our Firebird is it's going to be for something special. If you go back to when I started the channel, it was May or April, and it wasn't a whole lot longer after that. It's about a month, maybe a month and a day. May, around the 6th, 5th or 6th, I had noticed the subscriptions had jumped up, and then it was like, whammo shlammo, I was at 100, and I did a thank you video. It kind of caught me off guard. Well, it didn't kind of catch me off guard. It caught me off guard that there was, people interested in what I was doing. So I said thank you, and in the video I asked if there's something that you guys would like to see on the channel done, let me know. So there was one down in the comments, just one from Gasland's Mechanic, and Gasland's Mechanic wanted a 67 Firebird. Now guys, just before I started the channel I had two of those cars. One was the Zamac version of this car without a hood, and it had the black circle, like a number plate on the side. And I think it was a model of someone who works at Hot Wheels, one of the designers or something. So I had one of those, and I had the same thing with the hood on it, and the blue about like this color, and it had tampos on it and a 400 engine call out, and so both of those cars I had done up and given to my friend Brian, who was a big Pontiac guy. Since then, I have been looking for one. I'm not like on fire looking for one, but I kept my eyes open, and this car my wife got, and bless her, because she is pretty much she's the brains of the outfit here. She's a enabler, so to speak, I guess. But she found this one, so 7 months later, whatever, 6-7 months later, we are going to do this Firebird, damn it. So I've already got her drilled out. Let's take a look and see what we've got. The basic here, nice clean windows, clear, no amber, no blue, no green. We've got 2 racing seats with a roll bar in there. Top of the dash has got good detail. You see the defrost ducts on top. LS engine. It's got an air deal that goes over to the left front of the car. It's hard to make out some of them details in there. Brake booster. We're gonna have to strip the whole thing. I don't even mean paint it, I mean strip it down first, because this engine, there's too much detail in there to chrome it all or paint it all or whatever. We'll have to pick stuff out and get it done right. Chassis 67 custom Firebird, made in Malaysia. We do have an LS style oil pan on there with the filter that's almost flush. That's the look of those. A set of headers, no exhaust, just headers. And a decent looking rear diff there. I don't really have a transmission or anywhere to bring a drive shaft from. Oops. But that's our basic plastic deal there. And the body. Nothing huge screaming out, but you know what that does as soon as we get this paint off. There will be something's hidden in there. You can bet on it. Alright, guys. Gaslands Mechanic, we're on it. We got the Firebird stripper, and it actually looks pretty nice. It's usual right around the back window. A little bit to fill there on the roof. Basically just needs a good cleaning. The rockers, you know, down at the very bottoms of the rockers, it's gonna be a little crunchy down there. Front valance, the wheel wells, that stuff isn't too bad. So have good detail left in it. Alrighty, guys, we got all the finished sanding and the scuff pad done. It's Firebird's finished, cleaned. It's ready for paint, and it looked really good. I gotta tell you, it shocked the hell out of me, because these cars, you never know what you're gonna get into till you get that paint off of them. It's got the under hood detail there on the radiator support. It all looks good. The wheelhouses look good. We had that little bit above in the back window there, which, as what I've been told, it makes sense that that's where they connect, where they pour the metal into the mold. Comes down through that back like window area, and then fills the cavity of the mold. So that makes sense that they are always, you know, a little gruff around there. So yeah, ready to go to paint, and I'm liking it. It's been a really good project so far. Alrighty, get a little detail on the chassis of the Firebird. That engine piece is one with the interior on this car, and the detail on the engine isn't that great. It's really hard to pick out, you know, around the. It's got the coil packs on the valve covers like an LS, you know, that, and the air intake. The other car that I did was the Zamak version. That engine piece was part of the body, and it had a lot more detail. It was a lot easier to pick out the detail on that car. So I'm not real happy with this car and its under hood deal. It doesn't look. It's not up to deep junk standards, if you can believe that. Deep junk's got standards? What? What? And I think what we'll do is a lot of these cars that I do on the channel, I give away. Some go to charity. I think we're gonna do a few on the ease bays here and see how it goes. These cars sit around in a box and do absolutely nothing when I'm done with them. They don't really have a whole lot of room to sit them out and display them. I feel better when they go off to someone else who wants it, and that will appreciate it a little bit more, I guess. I'm not looking to actually make a whole lot of money or get rich. That'll never happen for me, but it'd be nice if the hobby could kind of pay for itself, or at least put a little money back into it. That's what I would do with any money from the cars selling, is just put it right back into the channel. There we go, one oil pan installed. And I got that little filter that's right beside it. See up in there, yeah. Got the headers done. I did those with the chrome pen. Looks like a stainless, kind of polished stainless header. I did, it's kind of hard to see, and I don't know if you'll be able to even see. I opened up the ends of the headers with a pin vise, and like I said, the interior basic black. I did outlined, since the roll bar is one solid piece, I just outlined it with the aluminum so you can see the outline of the roll bar, the shifter. And then the upper intake is gray, like a fast EFI intake. Some aluminum in there. Then the coils will be red with leads like MSD product. Do the air tube over here. It won't be a whole lot of detail in here because it's just so damn hard to pick out. The details aren't very pronounced or crisp in there, not like they were in the Zamac version. All right, do a little control arm stuff here. The body has been cleared. The interior is about done. A little bit more in the engine compartment. A few more details under here, and we'll get this thing stuck back together. I was thinking you guys can weigh in on this. I was mentioned about the ease bays. I think the first two cars to go up, we'll check it out and see how things go, because it's going to probably go through on my wife's eBay account right now, and then I'd make a whole separate one for the channel. And that's for, you know, some cars give away, some cars go to charity, and then some cars I'd just sell off. So the first ones would probably be the Volkswagen delivery and the Cobra, and we'll see where it goes from there. Alrighty, we'll come back here and have a car to put together. Alrighty guys, our 67 Firebird is all done. This one I did as sort of kind of like a project car, what someone would build in their garage if you know, they were doing it on their own, make a cool street car out of. A lot of times that's where I get my inspiration to be what I would build if it were in my garage. This car I actually saw a picture of, one close online, was a gold Firebird that someone had built. And then other times you might get it like if you're recreating a car, something from a TV or a movie, or maybe something that you or a buddy owned. This was, like I said, someone who, you know, had built this in their garage. What they would probably do, you know, go to the junkyard, get yourself a 5.3, do a cam change, cylinder heads, intake, put some headers on it, and have a fun car to drive around. You might even run over to Hodges Hot Wheels and Die Cast and dig through his dumpster out back and find some cool black wheels to put on, to put on your car. This one, the gold that I used was the same as the Rockford Firebird. I tried to tone it down a little bit, but it didn't come out quite what I wanted, but it still looks good. I like it. That wasn't what I was shooting for. The interior of the roll bar was all one piece molded in there, so I just picked out the edge of it and did it in aluminum, and did the main hoop there, and then the two down bars. The engine compartment I really do not like in this car. after stripping the chrome off with the purple power, the details of that engine compartment were all kind of, I don't know, blah. The Zamac version of this car, the details were so crisp and good to detail, you know, pick out small things. So we've got our aluminum on the engine and cylinder heads, the gray fast DFI intake, the MSD coils, I did them up in red. The radiator and that up there to support, that was all Zamac part of the car, so I left it bare, the like aluminum radiator, but it just wasn't real good detail stuff. The front bumper is bare Zamac, just clear it over. Got our grills and air inlet, turn signals. Rear bumper around back is again, it's not really chrome, it's just Zamac that wasn't painted and cleared over. Got our tail lights and a little detail around the spoiler. Those lovely black wheels. And underneath our headers, picked out with a chrome pen to do like a polished stainless steel, the oil pan, control arms, stuff like that. Not a whole lot of detail under there. There's no, you know, just straight headers. Those were, I did open those up a little bit with the pin vise, but there's no other kind of, you know, mufflers or anything like that. No, hell, no drive shaft or transmission in this one. That's it. That's our Street Fighter 67 Firebird. And I want to thank Gasland's mechanic again. This is for you. He suggested a Firebird on the channel. I'm just sorry that it took so long. There's the furnace kicking on. It's cold outside, guys. It's cold. I hope everybody has enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't, subscribe. Really appreciate it. I appreciate everyone for checking us out. We've got next week the next part of our Pontiac trio will be the 64 Grand Prix, part of the, I guess that would be the 3 Blind Mice Invitational build. So I hope you come back and check us out for that. And we will see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.